Hello everyone, and welcome back to Coronavirus Corner. Well, that was the last daily briefing for a while. I reckon Boris Johnson knows folk don't believe a word he says. Eric said he was disappointed they didn't make more of it. He says they could have had Rishi Sunak and Chris Whitty come on as a pantomime horse, with Boris as the dame and Dominic Cummings dressed up as the coronavirus, and we could all have shouted out, "He's behind you!" at the telly. I was gobsmacked when Boris said we'd avoided catastrophe so far. Nearly 43,000 people have died. If their coffins were laid end to end, they'd stretch for nearly 50 miles. Just imagine. Avoided catastrophe. It beggars belief. And then he said there'd only been 171 new deaths since yesterday. Well, that's more than the rest of Europe put together. Listening to them talk about figures reminds me of when I took my Auntie Nancy to buy a new bra in Guthrie's department store. She was already losing it a bit. And when they wouldn't bring her a 34B, she got really angry. They measured her and told her she was a 38 double D, and she stormed out of the changing room, and she'd forgotten to put her blouse on. I was mortified. I had to run after her. I could see folk looking across at her on the escalator in horror because she was a big woman. And when I caught up with her, she was standing in the deli shouting at everyone, "Look at me chest! What size do you think me tits are?" Oh, the assistant had to help me wrestle her back into her blouse, and Auntie Nancy punched her in the face and gave her a black eye. Oh, I've never been back. It's 20 years since. Anyway, I digress. Maureen rang to tell me she's got very confused. You know it's bad if Maureen knows she's confused. Normally she thinks she understands stuff, and that's when she's at her most dangerous. Like when I found her singing the Shake and Vac song in her living room. "Oh, Edna, I'm glad you came. I've been singing for over an hour waiting for the carpet to get clean." She had a point this time. "Oh, Edna, what did he mean? It's very important to stay 2 metres apart, unless you can't. Did he mean if you don't know what 2 metres is, or if you can't resist giving someone a hug?" I had to tell her I don't know either. Anyway, little Laura Koonsberg got Boris to say he accepted responsibility, but he won't, of course. He'll say he didn't say it, and then they'll show him the clip and he'll say they've misunderstood it. Like in that film with Ingrid Bergman where the lights keep flickering. He's been sacked for lying in the past, but he just keeps going. It's not so much being economical with the truth as trampling it underfoot and grinding the pieces into the ground with his heel. Today's sensible tip is, try to hang on to your sanity. It'll be easier now the daily briefings have stopped. Trust your own judgment and do what you think is safe for you. You take care, stay safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.